Saboops, you know what I hate? But whoa. Hate is such a strong word. Maybe I should say, you know what I loathe, detest, sickens me to the bottom of my soul and makes me want to projectile vomit? Whew. Yeah, it's when I see a religious hypocrite. So maybe some of us should stop acting holy. Suppose when people talk about Malaysia's national sports, they think about things that we are genuinely good at, whether it's badminton, sepak takraw, cycling, but all of these people, they are missing out on the most important thing, and that is acting holy. Rain Rave comes up and a whole bunch of people come up and talk about how this will destroy the akhlak of our society. Budaya hedonistic akan mendatangkan bala kepada tanah air tercinta. What a shame that acting holy is not an Olympic sport, or we would have gotten all of the gold medals so far. I guess the Olympic committee is kind of like me as well, because maybe they hate hypocrites. I mean, go on the Malaysian internet today and you'll see stories about how a Pasir Mas Ustaz faces 4 charges of sexually assaulting boys and producing obscene images. A religious teacher. Truly amazing. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Wow, I wonder what's in his innocent plea. Maybe he was offering them knowledge of higher things or whatever it is that people like these do when they watch porn in mosques because it helps them to, I don't know, like bertaubat or whatever it is that they're doing. How do I know? Itu bukan hal agama kau. Kau diamlah kafir, kau jangan masuk campur, so they might say. Well, by the way, talking about nilai tempatan, because apparently you can't have a party that is maksiat.
Unless you invite them, maybe?
But it's okay! When an ustaz does it, then people like this guy will come up and say, don't forget about drunken master in KL, mabuk and langgar, it's normal. Please differentiate between the law and the driver! The driver made big mistake or sin, but people mocking the law! You know, it's a coincidence, by the way, that this happened in Kelantan, where, by the way, a whole bunch of sexual assault, drugs, sumang mahram, teh tarik water cases have just been happening over and over again. And you know, at this point, I'm so used to seeing these people act holy that I even know how they'll behave. For example, kau datanglah tengok Kelantan, see it for yourself. Tahu tak yang selalu ada lebih banyak case lagi. So they say, and I just always have to wonder, what a wonder it must be to just not understand statistics or per capita for that matter. Wow, you holy people are so great. We must absolutely listen to you. Nah. Do you see anyone actually condemning this from the Muslim community? I tried looking for this right here, but I'm not actually seeing anything featuring Muslims condemning anyone. Do we see that? Not really. Yeah. Instead, what you have are people trying to play the whataboutism game. Diorang yang buat dulu, kuil haram, distraction. Diorang nak bully orang Muslim. Hana, we know that only you are the ones who are suci, so holy, so amazing. Everybody loves you. Yeah, but for real though. But anyway, that's just how these people behave. They'll do it not just for this Ustaz case, but for all the other cases as well. Somebody goes out there and hinas the agong. Oh, bagus yang dia kena denda. What about the Muhibah Cemetery Act? Oh, itu individu je. What about the Huayan Pure Land Learning Center case, where they were looking for a Muhammad Taufik? Akmal, Zabri Vinol, where are you? In all seriousness, those poops, I don't actually get this behavior. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't see the point in trying to act like you're more holy or better than everybody else. I think a lot of you who are watching this channel understand that I'm not holy, I'm not particularly moral. Like, I'm egotistical in some ways, narcissistic. Like, you think that I'm nice, but like, in a very real way, for example, I don't have empathy for people with mental disorders. That's just how I am. I don't show compassion to people just because they are terpaling, tersakiti or anything like that. No, like that's just no. But no, thank you for listening to me, thank you for following me. But the point of all of this is, I am who I am. I have my good points, but I have my flaws. I don't see the need to hide them from you the way that some of these people out there somehow feel the need to go out there and hide every single thing that their community is doing wrongly. Oh, but wait! There's apparently a hadith that goes, whoever conceals the faults of a Muslim, Allah will conceal his faults. And that's an actual teaching that people are learning about. I don't intend to question whether or not people should be following. I'm sure there are lots of interpretations here. You want to believe it, by all means, you want to accept it on your own terms, okay, go for it. But if you had somebody out there in your kampong, your neighborhood, who was having carnal relations with children, boys for that matter, while claiming that they're offering religious classes. What's that? Abu had carnal relations with a camel? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't talk like that about a respected member of our community, even if it's true. It just makes me think that if you interpret it as like, hey, we should hide every single one of the problems that our community has. Everybody needs to know that we are the best. I think it just kind of like makes it so that even more kids are going to kena, right? I mean, since we're talking about ancient lessons right there, here's one that's famous. The only thing needed for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And if you're literally just gonna ignore the fact that something like this happened, and you're saying that, oh, we need to hide it, right? It's kind of like you're guaranteeing that somebody else in your community is gonna face the exact same problem. Like, this is just one case. We're not even talking about the other cases that we've seen in the past, just swept under the carpet, the same way that Nick Zawawi went and insulted the Sahaba and then was protected. He didn't do anything wrong. Amazing. But yeah, bro. You know, the late George Santayana once said that those who forget history are condemned to repeat it. So here's a suggestion from me to all of you holy acting, flaw hiding sepoops. Stop hiding your shit. Because the more and more you keep acting like you're holy and hiding the fact that things like these are happening in your community, the more and more people are going to be not just sangsi, but they are literally going to become victims of the crimes that people in your community are repeatedly committing. Of course, to be fair, just because you're a random person from that community, it doesn't mean that you're going to go out there and abuse children or anything like that. No, that's not fair. But just think about it, right? Even if you don't do anything, there's a chance that you're going to become a victim as well. So if you're going to speak up, if you're going to have an awareness of this kind of thing, like, it's literally for your own safety and for the safety of your community. You're actually speaking up for all the other Muslims out there who might actually end up getting abused by this monster of a human being. It's not rocket science, bro. Y'all actually don't need to repeat this trauma. There's no need for it. But I feel like if you are actually going to just keep on hiding this stuff and keep saying that your Jati Diri is so strong, protect your Marwah Diri kind of thing, your trauma is going to repeat. Next thing you know, other people are going to be complaining again and y'all are going to be like 6'7", 6'7", day in and day out, but the exact same problems are gonna be there. I know that acting holy is one of the most valuable things that some of you have in this lifetime, but really, you're not better than anybody else. But you can't treat a disease unless you actually accept that you have a disease. So rather than hiding it all away and acting like you are perfectly healthy, maybe it's time to start trying to face it. That's all I'm saying about that, and bye.